Does the caravan leak? Yes, of course it does. It was naive of me in the extreme to think that a 35 plus year old caravan sitting out uncovered would not leak. And even though the seller indicated that he wasn't aware that it leaked, which may in fact be true, this is a case of buyer beware. And if you're ever thinking of buying a caravan, this is the first caravan I've ever bought, and probably would be the last one, I think, I perhaps hope. When you go to look at a caravan, you must get a ladder and look on the roof, because what's up there is a whole other story to what you see elsewhere on the body of the caravan. I mean, the roof is, there seems to be a very thin membrane. Pearly, stop kicking. Stop that. Stop. There's a very thin membrane on top, and you can see where the joins in that membrane are, and that there's, over the years, been silicone applied and reapplied. And so, yeah, it leaks. I think we've been a bit lucky in that it doesn't leak a lot. And we, for the most part, have identified where it leaks. But, yeah, probably we're going to need to do something to cover this. Otherwise, the leak is going to get worse, and the condition of the caravan overall will deteriorate, from what I can understand, pretty quickly, actually. So we need to get on top of this. We first need to fix the leaks with a bit more silicone and other sort of remedial things that we might be able to do, and then slightly longer term we might need to look at putting something over the top of it in the way of a caravan cover / tarp, potentially even a temporary structure, as in a tin roof over it, although that's embedding it in its place more than I want it to be. But that's just, I'm going to kick that down the road to deal with that later. But yeah, old caravans, they leak. Don't believe anyone who says otherwise. Here, which is obviously coming from, not obviously in fact, but possibly this vent. Yep, it's there. A little bit more there, but much less. So that's from the top there is still open. That's interesting. A little bit of water in the windowsill there. That could be condensation, I reckon. That's all dry. 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 Dry all up here. Top of the fridge is dry. Tables are a little bit of moisture there. Very little though. Okay, so you can see a drip there. This seems to have got a bit, I'm sure there's water getting in here. There's a little bit of moisture there. Dry. I think there's water here. So we have no leaks in this bedroom section. Not even any condensation forming. I reckon we've got two spots where we're leaking. This corner, the three spots. This corner, which I'm quite sure is still inlet for this hot water system, and here. Maybe that's not too bad. I'm a bit worried about that water that might be pooling between the outer skin of the caravan and that roof. So it's actually hailing now. Not very much, but a bit. in and spot any leaks. It's leaking at the moment. I expect Mark will come running up here soon because here it comes. Yeah, that was a bit heavier than we anticipated. Okay, so second leak is above the exhaust here. Not from here where I thought, but from here. Right there. And actually they've tried to seal it already. So that seal is failing. If we were to look where that corresponds to outside once it dries again and see if we can put some seal outside. Yeah. So that was a short, sharp burst of rain and hail. And it's actually ideal because it confirms exactly where the drips are. So that corner. So it's obviously between the skin, the external skin of the caravan and the roof. There's water getting in there and dripping down. I've just got a little fry pan there. It's not a lot, but it's just a steady drip. And then here as well, and it's coming through the rivet. So what we're going to do now is just go and grab the ladder and see where that corresponds to. See if we can't identify a bit on the pooling of the water on the roof or something like that. I think you can see the discoloration along there. So maybe what we have to do, I think, is we might even have to take that roof down and yeah, I mean, it's not, those drips have just stayed there for quite a while, so it's not excessive. I'm going to go out and supervise here on the ladder before we need to call our insurer.